Boxing Ego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. 1. Devin Haney responds to Vasyl Lomachenko, who says he didn't tell the WBC to make him no franchise champion. They just did it. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, and the Patreon family. We working. Now, very interesting, just to give you guys a quick debriefing. WBC came out with the article when Lomachenko was the second major fighter we know in boxing announced as the franchise champion, and they placed the blame on Lomachenko's side, Lomachenko's team, Top Rank, Lomachenko's camp, stating in a public interview that Lomachenko's team elected and sent a written letter or requested, hey, you know that thing you gave Canelo? You should give it to us. Recognize Lomachenko the same way. Lomachenko did a video on his personal YouTube account, and he's refuting what the WBC said. I made a video about that. Check that on the channel. He said, my team didn't request any franchise champion. To my knowledge, it was done, they had the WBC convention, which Lomachenko and Usyk and, popular WBC champions, past and present, went to. And this was something that I was under the impression they just came up with, so I accepted it. Lomachenko obviously is doing damage control, and he had to rebuttal because a lot of people have, new media. As soon as he got listed as the second franchise, we're like, okay, so Canelo was supposed to fight Charlo, and that would have been a great fight. It looks like he doesn't want to fight him, so he gets stripped, and then they come up with this new position, and now the same thing happened with Devin Haney, up-and-comer, undefeated, taller than Lomachenko, very good fighter, been looking really good, looking sharp, looking hungry, been calling out aggressively. Another, black mandatory who's aggressively calling out the champion, the guy who has the bigger name that they want to fight. All of a sudden, these two fighters become franchise champions. So there's a bit of confusion as far as what is the franchise champion? How do you become a franchise champion? And now with this stunning admission from Lomachenko, there's confusion as to who initiated this. Loma's claiming his people and him and his team didn't care about this, weren't thinking about this, and he's saying he'll fight anyone, anywhere, and that kind of thing. So let me get into Devin Haney before I get too deep into it, because I'm going to trail off and start getting into it. But Devin Haney, on his verified account, he's already responded. And, he's retweeting some fans. The fan says, but you could have fought Devin Haney instead of Luke Campbell for that belt, but you didn't. Don't give us tough talk after the fact when you could have proved it when Haney wanted all the smoke for the WBC belt. Shaking my damn head, Loma. Damn, Loma. I thought you was a real one. Damn, Devin Haney retweeted that fan's sentiments. But this is what Devin Haney said himself. So Michael Benson, reporter, it says, Vasyl Lomachenko responds to Devin Haney, quote, who is Devin Haney? Who has he defeated? How has he gained the title? Question mark. How? He got the belt because I vacated it and it was granted to him. No question, I am ready to fight with anyone at any time and anywhere. Loma's YouTube channel. So Devin Haney has some questions now. Let me pull it up full screen for y'all so y'all really get the full view, the full picture, new media. Devin says, and you, quote, gave me the belt. Why? I never asked for the belt. I asked for a fight. And technically, you didn't give me the belt because you never asked to be elevated, right? Man, new media, I told you, we control the narrative. Devin Haney brought up a very good point. Lomachenko is claiming that his side, his team, never reached out to the WBC and inquired or wanted to become a franchise champion. But Excuse me. I got to clear my throat. But he also is saying that who is Devin Haney beat, he was given the belt for, like, basically he's taking a shot at Devin Haney, saying, hey, you didn't earn no belt. You know, you just were gifted a belt because of me. So that's what Devin Haney's kind of bringing up. He said, so how you give me the belt and you didn't even ask for the position. So either way, to me, you know, anyone can say whatever they want. I'm going to tell you my thoughts. Bad look for Top Rank and Lomachenko. This looks like a duck. I'm classifying it as a duck because Lomachenko's story doesn't add up. Why would the WBC, they already got backlash for making Canelo, you know, the franchise champion. Loma's not even as popular as Canelo. So you think the WBC just sitting around cooking up ideas and they're like, who could we franchise next? So it sounds like a move from either Lomachenko's team, Igis Clemens, Top Rank, somebody from Top Rank. It just doesn't make sense. Now you got Devin Haney posting money pictures with the WBC. Here's another inclination, you know, and this is just my opinion. Obviously, at this point, nobody is taking credit. And that's something that you guys need to be aware of. If the franchise champion, you know, as some writers and old media try to make this sound like it was a good thing for boxing, they were saying, oh, Loma gets upgraded and updated to the franchise champion. This ain't nothing good, like I told you from the beginning. And if it was so good for boxing, it is so good for fighters' reputation to do this, why do you have standing WBC current champions respectfully denouncing it? Deontay Wilder and David Benavidez saying, hey, I don't really even get this. No disrespect to anybody, but I'm not really a fan of it, and you can leave me out. I don't need to become a franchise champion. I'll fight whoever, you know, I'm required to fight. So that's one thing. But two, how come nobody is claiming it? This belt didn't just create itself, you know, like a belt, just the craftsman. I haven't even seen the franchise belt, so I don't know if it's an actual belt. You know, it's all up in the air. But this belt didn't just create and envision itself, and it didn't just land in the laps of two popular named fighters, Lomachenko and Canelo. And to be honest, this is kind of in line with some of the gamesmanship and the games that we've seen from both Canelo and also Lomachenko. Lomachenko, why didn't he fight Mikey Garcia? Canelo has options like Charlo and Andrade, who Andrade's with DAZN, and then he moves up to fight a Warren Kovalev. So I don't believe it, you know. I don't believe it one bit. It sounds like somebody involved with Lomachenko, you know, whether it's, I'm not saying it was him directly, but the bottom line is you're going along with it. So it really doesn't change anything. That's why it's still a duck, because there's an easy way to settle it. This man just turned, do you guys see on the screen, he just turned legal, like he just turned 21 to the point where he can legally buy alcohol. It makes no sense for a two-time gold medalist to not fight him. Mayweather fought Canelo, and speaking of, Mayweather fought Canelo. Mayweather was like 37. This is the Floyd standard. Floyd gets held to all these standards. People, Floyd, wait till guys got past prime and blah. He was 37, 38, and he fought Canelo, who was supposed to be young, strapping stud that was going to knock him out. And Canelo was only 23. And then what old media did is they used it against Floyd. They said, he wasn't ready. So Canelo had been calling out Floyd over a year. And then he finally got the fight because of his popularity, and he was looking like a good, promising fighter. Then all of a sudden, he get whooped. He get his ass stomped. And then Canelo's too young. Oh, he wasn't ready. No, he wasn't ready. So it was Loma's job to show that this man on the screen, Devin Haney, wasn't ready. Because I've seen the man spar when he was like 15, 16 in Oakland, and he was ready then. And now he's a champion. He making money. He been making money. Bro, he was like 15, 16, pulling up in like expensive Jeeps and stuff. So he already has that. Like, bro, trust me on this one. Devin Haney was making more money at a younger age than Lomachenko. So that part of the game ain't nothing new. So the funny thing, and I'm glad I thought of that. That's a great new media point. because a lot of times with black fighters, when they're pursuing like the cash cow or popular fighter that's non-black, you hear old media say, oh, they're just clout chasing. Oh, they just want money. And now that I think about it, Devin Haney been making money, bro. He's 21. He was a millionaire before he was 21. You know, he been pulling up in G-Wagons and all types of stuff, expensive $5,000 jeans and stuff. Just go watch them old episodes of Showtime and stuff before he even signed with DAZN. So you can't say he's doing it for money, because he been had that. So once again, the walls are closing in. And another reason, in my opinion, why I don't believe in, Lomachenko, oh, we didn't request it. One, why would the WBC just randomly need to do this? And it just happened to be him. How come they didn't do it to Wilder? Because Wilder's not about that. He just told you. So it coincidentally happened to the person, So to me, it seems like Team Lomachenko, they'd rather fight Richard Comey, Teofimo Lopez. It's an in-house top-ranked fight, instead of potentially risking a dangerous guy like Devin Haney, and then he wins and goes back to Eddie Hearn and Matchroom and DAZN. So they'd rather do the all in-house and have a fake undisputed, period. And on top of that, Lomachenko's had more difficulty in this particular division than any division. So here's another thing. The last thing I'll say about this is this. Lomachenko's saying, hey, we never asked for this. We didn't request the franchise. But what makes me not believe him, I might have believed it had he not said this. But then when he says, oh, who is Devin Haney? Who's he beat? How'd he get in this position? Your effort to denigrate and berate Devin Haney is of the mindset of a person that don't want to fight him, because you're questioning, who is he? How does he get this ranking? Who is he beat? So to me, that sounds like the same mindset of a motherfucker who's going to duck him. That's what it sounds like, because you're not the sanctioning bodies. The WBC comes up with the rankings. There's a lot of guys in a lot of divisions that magically get ranked. Povetkin failed a drug test and was magically Joshua's mandatory when Wilder was trying to fight him. So this stuff happens all the time. Devin Haney is skilled. We've heard these stories for years. Floyd Mayweather Jr., Floyd Sr., we've seen this. And I told you the kid been getting money. I said the boy got his own money. What movie is that from? Walls are closing in. But that's what makes me not believe what Lomachenko is saying one bit, because he's trying to take shots like, who is Devin Haney, trying to play dumb. So let me get this straight. Mikey Garcia fight doesn't happen. Allegedly, you wanted to fight Tank Davis. That never happened. You had Pacquiao, and that would have been a great fight. But you said Pacquiao was too old. This is Lomachenko. Lomachenko said Pacquiao's too old, and he doesn't want an old man on his resume. You said Teofimo, who is he? Who's he beat? He's too young. Now Devin Haney's really too young. It's just... So this sounds like the mindset of a person who's navigating around. And that's just how I see it. Like I said, I might believe it if Lomachenko wasn't like, who is Devin Haney? Who is he beat? Who is this? Like this kind of arrogant attitude. It's not your job to run the rankings. Devin Haney was who you were supposed to fight, and you didn't fight him, period. And the last thing I'll say is this. This is how in my opinion, new media, how I know somebody from Lomachenko's side, whoever you want to point the finger at, initiated this, is because he's accepting of this. Does anyone believe that Terrence Crawford, who I talked to and I have a video of, he said, man, nah, bump that. I don't believe in the WBC silver. I don't mess with no WBC franchise. I don't mess with the WBA regular, the diamond, none of that. One champion, one belt, that's it. That's all I mess with. Does anybody believe Terrence Crawford would allow people to stain his name without pursuing that target that now has his old belt, and this whole franchise title has created confusion? There's an easy way to settle this. Fight him. But we know that's not going to happen, and it's not going to happen next. So what are we talking about? If he fought Devin Haney next, that's the only way you'll convince me that Lomachenko's team didn't, ensue or pursue this avenue, or they weren't in cahoots in any kind of way with making sure this happened because you're accepting of it. I would never accept something that I'm not accepting of. Does that make sense? I would never accept something that didn't feel right in my heart. Like part of me, I'm just a true competitor in life. So I don't want nothing the easy way and something that I didn't work for. You get what I'm saying? So I would have to, to set the record straight, if there was this misconception that I was ducking this or I didn't want to challenge myself and I took the shortcut, the easy way out, then I would want to clear my name and prove the doubters and naysayers wrong. So if Lomachenko don't do that next, then I firmly believe that it was his side. It's just the same thing with Canelo. Why is Canelo's team's acting like they can't understand why they're getting a bad rap from the media and critics and Mexican legends and new media and stuff like that. But it's look who you're fighting. If you fought Charlo, if you fought Andrade, if you fought Caleb Plant, Artur Beterbiev, you would never get, you never get flack for this because those are in prime guys and we all know that. So that's my thoughts. Devin Haney responds. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. If you love what I'm doing, smash the like button. We working. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.